Okay, today I'm going to go over chords that are built on scale tones. Now, you should by now know what a major scale is, and here's one. I wrote it out for you here. Oops. Okay, this is a major scale. Okay, so if you haven't learned your major scales yet, do so. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the basis for harmony, or jazz theory, I guess you could say, because every note of the scale can have a triad, a seventh chord built on it, a triad or a seventh chord. So let's do that. Let's take the note C. All we're going to do, the reason I use C in this case is because there's no sharps or flats. It's easy to see, and it's easy to learn this way too. You'll certainly have to go and learn your other 11 keys, but that's all work in progress, I guess. But if we start on every scale tone and just build a simple triad, remember this is based on skips, line, 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 space, 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 line, line, line. Okay, so in music theory, this is called a one chord. We use capital Roman numerals. Okay, more so in jazz, you're going to need to see a chord symbol. In this case, it would be C. Okay, let's build it on D. Now remember that there's four types of triads: major, minor, augmented, and diminished. And you're going to find three in this group of chords here, three different ones. Okay, the next one is you should know it before I say it, D minor. That's the 2 chord in the key of C. We're going to write a Roman numeral underneath, and we'll put a D small m there. Next one, starting on E. I'm having trouble here writing this one. Okay, starting on E, that's the 3 chord. Now notice how I'm using small Roman numerals for minors, so you should know this is a minor already. Okay, so E minor functions as the 3 chord in the key of C. Remember, this is our home base right here, the 1 chord. Okay, 2 chord, 3 chord. Okay, so it's easy on the piano in the key of C because it's all white notes. Okay, let's just keep going here. You get the idea of what's happening. We'll just build a chord here and then I'll write them in. Do a couple at a time here. Okay, the next one are the same quality. These are important ones. The 4 chord. Now I made that a capital. 5 chord, and I made that capital. So they are major. Okay, F major and G major. F functions as the 4 chord in the key of C. A G chord functions as the 5 chord in the key of C. Now what would it be in the key of G? It would be a 1 chord. So Roman numerals can go into any key. These chord symbols really denote a specific chord. And let's go back. This is E minor. Okay. F major, just capital F. G major, capital G. Okay, let's keep going. The 6th chord, brush up on your Roman numerals here. Small, I made it small, so it's minor. A minor chord functions as the 6th chord in the key of C. Okay, this is just a duplicate of the first one. It went all the way up the scale, so we'll just write that in. That's the 1 chord that we had. Okay, the last one. Now you should be able to hear this by ear. It's not a major or minor, it's diminished. So 7, remember what the diminished symbol is? Little circle. 7 diminished. That's the only diminished chord. There are no augmented chords when we built these, so you can see that there are only 3. Mostly major and minor, but the last one is diminished. And what that does is it pulls us back. Pulls us back to C. This is a very unstable chord. It wants to go somewhere. Really, these two notes want to go inward. Okay, and that's going to be real important when we get to more arranging topics. And then we have C here as well. Okay, so let's finish these out. A minor, B, just put a little circle, remember that, and C major. Capitals for major, small m, or you can put small I, that's probably more correct. Small mi. A little slow here in writing these. Okay, so Roman numerals, as I mentioned, now you could take the one chord in any key and do this, but these are specific chords. These are really just denoting them in a certain key. But they still have, if you took any note and did the same thing I just did on any note on the piano, or any key I should say, they will come out the same. Major, 1 chord. Minor, 2 chord. Minor, 3 chord. Major 4, major 5, minor 6th, and diminished 7th chord. Okay, the 7th chord is a diminished triad, I should say. And then we're back to 1. Okay, so later on we'll do this with 7th chords, but you get the idea. You can see that it's not that difficult in our way of writing music, generally in thirds. Now, we won't necessarily voice instruments like this, but this will give you an idea, a quick idea, of how these chords are constructed. The chords, or chords can be made up of the scale steps. So I hope that cleared up some confusion you may have had, and we'll just venture on and go on to the next video. I'll see you then.